Hello, this is Matt Ullman, and yes, I've been gone for a while. Just kind of suffered a bit of a burnout. It wasn't that I didn't have anything to rant about, it was that I couldn't figure out how. Well, God bless George Bush because he actually gave me away. Um, I was watching a documentary on Tommy Chong called AKA Tommy Chong about the arrest of Chong for apparently just drug paraphernalia, of all things. Never mind the fact you can use a bong for, like any drug. But back to the point. I was snickering at something that our dearly departing, thank God, President Bushy Boy said, talking at the time about equating the war on terror with the war on drugs. And the point of the quote was that if you do drugs, then you're supporting the terrorists. Because the terrorists are making all their money in drug sales, you see. Well, the lesser shrub had it right in one sense. There is at least one drug that I know of, albeit it's not marijuana, that Afghanistan is harvesting apparently by the payload, and that's opium. Opium is a very highly addictive drug, and yeah, if you're going to be buying that now, I don't know, maybe they are the major importer of it now. I know, I don't want to say China, but I know Asia was. So, for quite a long time, they may actually be outdoing them now. Of course, what else do they have to grow? They can't grow much, especially thanks to the infrastructure we left them. Anyway, so I it just kind of made me chuckle. It's like, okay, you're saying that the war on terror is equated to the war on drugs, and that if we use any form of drugs, we're supporting the terrorists. Fair enough. And yes, he didn't say illegal. He said drug use. So at least that's the way I'm remembering the quote. Hey, if he did, fine. If not, hey, fuck it. Just take it for what it's worth. A rant against very common stupidity. So we've got the war on drugs. Why are we not attacking the two drugs that cause the most problem? And everybody can see where they're going. I can see at least 75% of you hitting the stop button. Well, you know what? Yeah. This is my rant, not yours. Put a rant next to it. That's what the link to video rant button is for, ladies and gentlemen. You want to rant back at me? Use it. Think. Anyway. So here we've got the war on marijuana. Whoop-de-doo. If I could honestly take it and not have it side effect my meds, I would. Why? I have chronic leg pain, have had since I was about 10. Makes sleeping at night exceptionally difficult. I usually pass out. Now you're telling me that there's a drug that I can grow pretty much in my own backyard. I mean, hell, it isn't called weed for nothing. It's a weed. It can grow anywhere. I wouldn't even have to smoke it. Light it up as an incense, put it next to me, and hey, my pain gets lessened. It may be enough to go to sleep. Fine by me. But no. You see, that's the bad one. Now, that doesn't go against the saying that, hey, you want to smoke? You want to ruin your lungs and the lungs of everybody within 10 feet of you? Hey, we're all good for that because we're getting taxes off of it. And in the state I'm living in, boy, we got a crap load of taxes. I live in Washington State. Go and look up sin tax. There's your homework. Syntax. Shouldn't be hard to spell. If you need that, go back to first grade. Or better yet, go into any church. I guarantee they know how to spell sin. If they don't, they're a very progressive church. But yeah, so we have the highest, at least tobacco tax in the United States. A carton of just basic, just the bottom of the line here, if you go into like a Fred Meyer, costs about $50. That's just one carton, and that's not Marlboro. That's not Camel. That's not, whatever these high names are. This is just basic Flow Favor 100s, okay? Generic little white box red strip, that's it. That's all you're buying. Okay, I'm about halfway done. And yeah, that's $50. Okay, so I'm not saying that I know one reason why they don't, why they just say no isn't included in smoking. Okay, that's a major form of income for this place. I think that might actually have been a concession to the Civil War. Now that I think about it, because tobacco is characteristically grown in the South. It's like, okay, we free the slaves, but you get to keep the tobacco and pretty much run the country with it and kill everybody, slowly off instead of a war, Much more humane, of course, and we all get rich. So yeah, why we don't go after that one, I don't know. But the other one is alcohol. Again, if you didn't see this coming, well, I don't know how alcohol financially handles. I know there are several gas stations around here who sometimes even weekly update the ad saying, this is what, this 18 pack is selling for this amount and these cigarettes are selling for this amount every week. Different kinds, but every week. So I don't know, it's alcohol, I would say, is probably the most dangerous drug that is out there right now. Smoking, you get a nicotine fit, so what? Alcohol actually fucks with your head. It distorts your perception. And that's dangerous. Yeah, there's some illegal ones that do that too. Hey, shrooms ring a bell? Another thing I'd try if I could, and I knew that I wouldn't go psycho-paranoid. Yeah, screen glare, so, I know the clock is running down, and I need to be able to keep an eye on it. But you've got alcohol and tobacco. Now, if I were going to fight the war on drugs, I'd start there. Why? Because they're the two that are the easiest to pick up and the easiest to get addicted to. You couldn't get hooked on pot if you sold your mother around here. Especially in Washington State. And this is one thing I don't get. Okay, you find acres and acres of pot, harvest it up, ship it somewhere. We can make things out of it. Hemp is good for making quite a few things, especially rope, apparently. But no, these idiots burn it. Call me crazy, call me, whatever. Wouldn't it be easier if you found somebody growing hemp to just say, look, you're getting two options. Option one, you stop producing it for drug use or we burn it all down. Which leads to option two. You want to continue growing it? You sign this waiver here saying that you will only grow it for industrial use. Alcohol, tobacco, what the hell good can we get out of it? Except for alcohol maybe powering our cars. I don't know. You tell me. This is Matt Ullman, and I'm signing off.